It's Week 7 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the Packers, and it's all up next.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. Nicole Hardman, the return man for the Chiefs. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career now, not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level.
Strong. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. He's He's got room to roam. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That's into the hands of Worthy. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Pacheco to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Man, even the big guy couldn't barrel ahead for just a couple yards and pick up that 1st. That's really impressive by that defensive front to not only hold up, but to force 4th down.
Now Mahomes. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And it's just so hard to play defense down this close to your own goal line. Of course, you have to be prepared for any sort of goal line run. But then these play-action passes down here are just so hard to account for everybody. And it's simply an easy pitch and catch and results in a touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Packers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need.
And he's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown in time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They send him right out of the slot. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he'll be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so.
And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the gun, it's Love. They try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, like these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They try the same thing and a similar result. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Here comes 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Mahomes going to keep it on a designed run. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Once again, it's Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And he's into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. 2nd down and 8. Here's Love. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. That's picked up by the Chiefs.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Right back to the fullback. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. The tight end Kincaid in motion. A give here to Pacheco. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. 2nd and 7. Back to throw is Love. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Love. Woo. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. To throw is Love. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The man in motion is Watson. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And the Packers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Love. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score, Chiefs 28, Packers 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
15.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to look downfield once again. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Here's Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to extend their lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
Attack! 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 Attack!
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mahomes. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye. Three touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs tack on one more to their lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Throwing is Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Love to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. The Texans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. This fielded inside the 35. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Love. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Not what they hoped down there. He's given ground, going to lose yardage, and mark him back at the 6-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Motion man is Rice. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
43! 43!
Throwing is Mahomes. Again, working deep downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, KC.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Love. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. The man in motion is Watson. On 2nd down, Love. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just 2 quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it.
Offside.
Jaden Hicks
Defense.
on the tackle. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. In motion, Reed. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now he takes off. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on second down, Love. He's going to keep it in, and he will score. Jordan Love, touchdown Packers. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Packers are able to cut into the deficit. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. The tight end Kincaid in motion. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Here's Mahomes. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran it.
And he will get into the end zone. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Love. This one is caught by Reed. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
First down, Green Bay.
To throw is Love. He'll go left side here and complete this one. So no shortage of offense in this one as we will come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Slot receiver headed right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run. It's Pacheco. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion moves him over 400 yards passing for the game. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. A run up the middle with Pacheco. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. That's complete to Jacobs.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
A second down throw for Love. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And they will score again. This time it's the defense. And, Greg, this just adds to what has been a one-sided affair from the start.
Yeah, and on a day where it just seems like nothing has gone their way, this fumble return for a touchdown kind of just adds injury to insult. There's days, Mike, where you just don't have your best and the other team has the upper hand, and I think it's pretty clear today is one of those days.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, Reed. Love to throw it on first down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack. After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
He'll take a shot for Watson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. First down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. A handoff to Pacheco. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 29-yard line.
They'll try to run with their fullback. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a